Now listen, the University of East Anglia, and what's important, that's the main university the UN cites, in eastern England, said in a statement Saturday that the hackers had entered the server and stolen data at its climate research unit, a leading global research center on climate change. See, they're admitting this is their emails. They all need to go to prison. I mean, they're in here going, we got to get this guy fired. We got to go after this person. We got to get their papers banned. We got to run this guy out of business. They're talking about ruining scientists' lives. And I've met a lot of these scientists, interviewed them. They're communists, they're socialists, they're conservatives. They're just scientists. They don't have a political axe. They go, the Earth's cooling. It's the sun. Why are you saying carbon dioxide's bad? Al Gore got caught 2 years ago showing that carbon dioxide goes up on that famous graph, and then the temperatures go up. But the real graph released by NASA and all these universities from ice core studies show that the temperature goes up and then carbon dioxide goes up in the next 100 years because it releases carbon dioxide from the water, from the ice, and there's more plant life, more animal life, and it boosts the total amount. The scientists that exposed Gore lost their jobs. It doesn't matter if Gore is now retracted. They persecute people. They get people fired. That's in these emails. Okay, I'm going to cover it. It's just there's so many facets to this evil. The University of East Anglia in eastern England said in a statement Saturday that the hackers had entered the server and stolen data at its climate research unit, it is the leading global research center on climate change. This is AP. The university said police are investigating the theft of the information but could not confirm. And it goes on. More than a decade of correspondence between leading British and U.S. scientists is included in about 1,000 emails and 3,000 documents posted on the websites following the security breach last week. Some climate change skeptics and bloggers claim the information shows scientists have overstated the case of global warming and allege the documents contain proof that some researchers have attempted to manipulate data. Yeah, and the police should be seizing all of these servers now before they erase it and then claim that it was never there and claim it's fake, but they messed up. They're admitting it's real and throwing a fit. Just like the White House memo and the Downing Street memo where Bush and Blair are talking about staging events. That is now confirmed to be real because of the criminal investigation, and the White House admitted it. We're going to come back and read the bombshell developments where they fake the data. They know it's a fraud. We'll be right back. I feel like I should be popping champagne right now. Making this get any more delicious for the truth and freedom and these criminals? Last Thursday, the House voted to go to a full vote to start debate in the next month to audit the private Federal Reserve. The criminals that are pushing this global carbon tax. The Federal Reserve is only one arm of a European private banking syndicate. Here's U.S. News and World Report. Ron Paul Fed provision passes House Financial Services Committee. Oh, I mean, where's the champagne? I said Friday we should pop champagne. That's it. I'm buying champagne after the show. I don't even really drink, but I mean, this is bubbly time. In fact, we ought to send Burmas out before he does his show live, so at the end of my show, I can have a glass of champagne. We'll get one bottle. All of us in the crew will have one glass. I mean, in fact, get me champagne. I'm going to drink a glass of champagne on air. Because we're not out of the woods. We haven't won the fight yet, but we're hitting on all cylinders. Victory, victory, victory. Rush Limbaugh comes out Friday, calls Al Gore a crook, admits it's all a scam by the New World Order to have global carbon taxes, covers our story about how Al Gore's photoshopping fake documents. And now the Associated Press, Reuters, BBC, Washington Post, they're all having to report that the internal emails between the UN and the University of East Anglia, their main research body, the Climate Research Unit, the leading global research center on climate change, who've been accused of creating fake data, and over again it's been found that what they claim from global weather stations, that they're saying it's hotter than what scientists and other universities and research firms go to those other universities and actually get their temperature records, and it's not what these universities, not just East Anglia, but others are saying. See, they've been caught over and over again. But now they could say, oh, we made a mistake. No, now we have them where they're openly colluding, where they're openly manufacturing it. In one leaked email, the research center's director, Phil Jones, writes to colleagues about graphs showing climate statistics of the last millennium. He alludes to a technique used by fellow scientists to hide the decline. That's a quote. Hide the decline in recent global temperatures. See, this is like all of those, remember 100 years ago, Piltdown Man and all those other cases where they would find a pig jaw and put fake teeth in it and claim they'd found the missing link and they'd always get caught? This is scientific fraud. If it ever was. We have these people. Their entire New World Order plan rests on the global carbon tax, and they are bleeding to death in front of us. Oh, I've never had champagne on air. Get me champagne immediately. Dom Perignon, let me give you my credit card. Oh, it's Sunday. We got to go to a grocery store to get it. Here, and oh my God, get a $150 bottle of Dom Perignon. We're not drunks here. You know, there's 6 people here. It'll be one, maybe half a glass for each of us. It's like I just won the NASCAR or something, man. I may spray that sucker all over the studio. I may roll around crazy out in the grass after this. I may strip my clothes off, light my hair on fire. I mean, this is exciting. We're going to audit the Federal Reserve, or we're going to die trying. We're going to expose the bankers. We're going to, oh, man. Woo. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, we're just having victory after these hackers. I mean, oh, my God, I love you. Oh, the freedom, the liberty, the spirit of liberty rising across the world right now. The spirit of 1776 rising to meet the spirit of 1984. And a great tectonic battle has only begun. And there's going to be a lot of rocky roads ahead. But I'm here to tell you, we're going to beat these criminals. We're going to beat these people. Woo, man, I'm feeling good right now. Whoa. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we need to learn to celebrate victories. You get happy when, a couple years ago, UT and the quarterback in the last 2 seconds runs into the end zone. And I was there with my family. That was fun. That was exciting. That is at 1/1,000,000th as beating a group of criminal bankers who know it's a fraud and want to tax all our industry selectively. Mexico, China, India, 160 other countries, no cuts. You think our economy's in bad shape right now? They get this passed. It's devastating to everybody. I actually love my children. I actually love my wife. I actually hate criminals. I love fighting them. And I know if you'd find your fighting spirit, America, and people in England and Europe and Canada and all over the world, we could beat these people. This is a private group of banks wanting to come in with a forced management system over the planet. Let me read to you again out of the Associated Press, and you read the emails, they're even worse. This is a whitewash, and it's devastating. This is coffin nails. Phil Jones writes to colleagues about graphs showing climate statistics over the millennium. He alludes to the technique used by a fellow scientist to hide the decline. That's a quote. Hide the decline in recent global temperatures. Some evidence appears to show a halt in the rise of global temperatures at about 1960. And we better be glad we were in a warming trend, because normally it's freezing cold. Jones wrote that in compelling data, he had just completed Mike's nature trick of adding in the real temps to each series of the 20 years from 1981 onwards and from 61 for Keith to hide the decline. More emails. I mean, this guy needs to be immediately raided. But that won't happen because the government wants this. Doesn't matter. We're going to carry the ball. You're going to carry the ball. And Paul Watson's doing an article right now. He's doing a blurb tonight, more throughout the next week. We reported this 3 days ago, but now it's confirmed. They are now admitting it. It's kind of like when I got the MIAC and Homeland Security documents earlier this year saying the Homeland Security is really for the American people, to take our private property, to arrest patriots, gun owners, veterans, conservatives, libertarians. And even though I got it from 2 state police officers and a federal marshal, they were so freaked out. I got it from multiple sources. And even though I called the FBI off the secret phone number on it, and they said, where did you get this? Who gave it to you? You're going to be investigated. I mean, I knew it was real when they flipped out on the phone. It was like, watch, Commander. Yeah, this is Alex Jones. Alex Jones, they even knew who I was when I called Homeland Security, baby. They know who I am because they know I defend the Republic, and they do the opposite. That doesn't mean all of them are criminals, but the leaders of it are. But I didn't come out and say it was real till a week after we broke it, when it was AP, Reuters, Fox News, nationwide, international news.